said, I'm going to start opening this package. Joe's going to start opening a bucket.
Ready?
Joe. Better hurry. Take the pouch out of the package. Simply cut it off with scissors or a knife. You still opening that can?
Getting there.
So there's the speed of the product, how quickly you can get it out, and floor covering time is money. So that's a great advantage versus cans. A couple different advantages. You can stop now, Joe. A couple different advantages at the end of the day. We always have a little bit of waste in the can. You can either, your choice, you can roll it up like a tube of toothpaste, or you can quickly push out the adhesive. When it's all out and gone, you end up having a piece of aluminum to recycle and a cardboard box. So a couple advantages that way. Buckets are never going to go away, most likely, but it's just another option to sell. I've installed for years and years. I've had times where I placed a bucket accidentally on a floor surface, pushed it. Now I'm doing a board replacement or a touch-up, so with this you go. Typically, when you start a job, this particular product comes in a 3-in-1, so it's 49 square feet, has a glue only, 27 square feet, has a 3-in-1. Stage these across the room as you go through the room, wherever you want to place them. You don't have to be kicking or pushing a bucket now. It's a lot lighter to carry around. If you don't use all the material, each box comes with a strip tie. I personally had one of these sitting on my counter, tie it off. 6 months later, it's still a usable, good product in the box. A couple different aspects as well. If you're doing say for instance, you're doing a 400 square foot job with our 811 product, covers 50 square feet a gallon. Used to be sent out 3 pails. Who knows where the extra pail, partial pail went. Now you could actually sell 2 buckets and a couple of pouches drilled down closer to the square footage of the product. So it's just another innovative way to have less waste on the job site, not lose adhesive in a bucket. As we all know, we seal the bucket back up. Sometimes we push the plastic down on it. We get this skin. If we don't push it down, we get that skin. Or now we're in the boat anchor business, so we lose a half a bucket, a quarter bucket, whatever happens to be in the pail. So there's an advantage there. So it's going to come in 2 packs, each product, the 811 or the 771 step. You get a 2-pouch pack or the 4-pouch pack. So two different sizes. Each product has a different square footage rate based on the product. The 811 per pouch does 38 square feet. A 4-pack box of 811 will do approximately 150 square feet. When you drill down to the 771 step, depending on the application, whether you're using a 3-in-1 or an adhesive only, different square footage. Price point should be relatively close to the bucket, same price as the bucket. That was the intended purpose. So there really is not a real big price difference for the convenience of having different pouches as you're installing the floor. Anything I missed there, Joseph?
I just want to point out that you're getting every bit of product out here.
There's virtually no waste. You know, I installed for years and years where it's a 5-gallon pail or a 3.5-gallon pail. You're trying to dig down that bucket with a trowel, tipping it over, turning it upside down. Whatever you're trying to do, there's still significant waste left in that bucket. Virtually none, if any, waste at all. And again, you're recycling a piece of aluminum and a cardboard box. Think about stacking it in a truck. A lot easier to handle. 2 hand grips in the sides, or this is much easier to lug around than a 3.5-gallon pail. People always complain about a board replacement. I got to open a bucket on a board replacement. Now you can simply snip, get as much adhesive as you want out, get the tie strap, tie it off, save it for the next day, next week, next month again. I've had one of these pouches half open with a zip tie in my garage where I make the samples for 6 months. Opened it up, a little bit stiffer on a scale of 1 to 10. It's maybe an 8 or a 9, but it's been sitting in a pouch for 6 months. It's been exposed to the moisture. Any questions, comments? I'm really not that good. There has to be a question out there somewhere.
Hey Mark, let's say I had a job, you know, I had maybe a small part to go. Used 1 pouch of 4-pack, kept a 4-pack in my truck for over a year.
The pouches now typically manufacturers saying a year shelf life in a bucket. We say this is a 2-year shelf life now, unopened. I personally have had some of our 20-ounce size with dates on that are 5 years old with the same similar packaging, but still usable material. So from a distributor point of view, rotation is probably going to be a lot easier. You don't have to really worry about shelf life because it is a 2-year product. Hopefully you're moving product faster than 2 years. Okay? Any questions?
That's it.
Comments? We're good?
We touch on the waste factor of the pail versus.
Well, yeah, the pail, the weight factor. I talked about easily moving a box around, a lot easier moving this box around, especially when it's empty. It's really nice and light. Basically, it's almost a gallon and a half of adhesive versus lugging around a 3.5 gallon pail. So it's a lot easier to move on.
Say a job's worth of pails compared to a job's worth of pouches, so you probably fit inside of a box.
And we don't think buckets are going away. We've had some feedback from some contractors that, oh, great idea, get rid of buckets now. We're going to get rid of buckets. Joe illustrated the time it takes to empty a bucket. Open the bucket, get the adhesive out. I'm already on the floor before you got 8, 9 tabs up. So I'm already spreading adhesive. So we think it's a new innovative product that'll save time, money, and adhesive.